So halftime then shows that this team is in the lead. It was Nico Leonard that started the proceedings, the South African Schools right winger, with a little chip over the top. Lovely control of the ball, and they were on the board. However, thereafter, it was Grey College that enjoyed the surfeit of possession, and it took quite a while for something to happen. It was Hoddis Nell who started the action, and the ball jumped out, popped out. A lot of people might have thought it went forward, but Grey College played to the whistle, and it was Monis Boshoff who got their first try. In Paul Roos, it took them a long time to get down back into the Grey College half of the field, and they did some really good work, some good stepping from Damian Willemse at fly half, and then little Jos van Heerden, a little step, good vision from the scrum half, and he got his team back into the lead. So Gareth Wright is downstairs with Springbok Schalk Brits.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm here with the legendary South African hooker and Paul Roos Gymansium, Schalk Brits. How does the inter-schools like this differ to what you've experienced in the UK? You've been there for a number of years.
Well, this is quite unique. This vibe you won't get anywhere else. The people play for the love and the camaraderie of the school. It's something very special. You won't find this anywhere else in the world. This I can promise you.
Now, obviously, you're deep in preparations for the World Cup. Tell us how those are going.
Well, we're doing a lot of fitness at the moment. Heineke did say he wants a fitter team, but the team spirit is great. We didn't have a run of games that went our way, but the guys are working so hard. We know the end, or the aim is lifting the cap in 2 months' time. So it's, I believe it, the team believes it, and hopefully South Africa believes we can still do it.
As a passionate Paul Roos Gymansium, what have the home side got to do to eke this out and win their first derby against Grey Bloem in 5 years?
I wish I just keep on working harder. It looks good so far. It's just a proud moment to watch the boys play, and hopefully they enjoy it. So if it's the 80 minutes is finished, then well, the boys are playing well. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Well, thanks, Schalk, and all the best for the World Cup. Back to the guys upstairs.
Well, good to hear there from Schalk Brits, and good that he's supporting his old school. We know that Willie Leroux is also here, the Springbok fullback. So just having a look at those statistics then. A lot of tackles that were made by Paul Roos Gymansium, certainly in the middle part of that first half. But also a lot of tackles missed by the two teams. But Grey College have dominated possession throughout that first half. So they'll be happy that they're still in touch. As you can see there, a lot of the play then taking place in the Paul Roos 22 to halfway line. Plenty of rucks that Grey College have been involved in. And they've also looked to try and play the ball wider on 5 or more occasions. So the breeze at the moment is fairly negligible, but Paul Roos, as you can see, there'll be some furrowed brows. They're playing into the wind, rather into the sun. Damian Willemse gets a really good kick in, and that's been knocked on. It was not a good pass there to Revan Krier, and immediately it's Paul Roos on the offensive.
Well, the worst possible start for the visitors. A deep kicking coming from Willemse. The chase was good from Leonard, and then unfortunately it's the right winger and Johan van der Walt who's knocked it on, and it's handed an early attacking opportunity in the second half for Paul Roos. I'll look to bring in Big Niku Leonard from the right wing, try free him up. He's standing outside Troy Payne, so that's a recent form from Grey College. Well, they've won their last 5 in a row.
Well, Big Troy Payne is useful too, but so is Hoddis Nell,
Tackle
rather Pierre van der Merwe with the drive upfield. So I think one of the key factors for Paul Roos in the second half will be to up their possession stakes.
It's a tackle release!
So little of the possession in the first half.
All available.
Willemse, and step there from the fly half.
Release the blue!
Brought down by Hoddis Nell. Still they come.
Backwards.
Ball's gone backwards, so the referee will carry on playing. Now, they've decided to go, oh, I thought they might have gone in the wrong direction, so Willems's pass is not a good one. Have Grey College managed to turn
Don't
this
use the
over? They
hands.
look for the counter ruck. Got big Prinsloo is standing off. He's
Leave
the sort
it.
of guy
Fly off. Leave it.
you want to lend your
Ball
weight to
available.
that ruck. And then it's Revan Krier in all sorts of trouble. Little scrum off.
Last
He's
feet.
really got a big heart.
Use it.
Managed to hold on to that possession. Now, is there some relief here? Well, only temporarily, because it's taken up by Malan Besson. Again they come, this time Mohamed Sali. And, oh, it's another
Straight
one
on.
of those no-look
No,
passes.
straight on.
Must be driving
No,
the
no.
coaching staff of Paul Roos crazy.
Backwards.
There's the knock-ons in crucial positions.
Roll out.
So it's Grey College this time having to make all the tackles.
Backwards.
Good play there from Monis Bosov from a defensive
Sorry,
point of
never
view,
good.
and he's taken the ball away for Grey College.
Well, two opportunities that have gone amiss early on in the second half for the home side. Firstly, Willems's pass was way too hard. He had a 3-on-1 overlap on the left-hand side, and then numbers to burn on the right. Again, the catching and passing has been a lot to be desired in this game, and one could put it down to the nerves.
Well, there will be nerves with just 5 points in this match as Aubrey Kutsia launches the line out.
Get out. Three.
Paul Roos
Three out.
are mindful of Grey College's ability to maul the ball up. They feel they want to do the same to get into the 22.
First
So
stoppage.
try and get more Grey College players doing defensive duty so that they can spin this
That's
ball
it.
out wide. Willemse, change of direction to Christoph Bart. Certainly has been a switch from the first half,
Going
with
back.
more and more possession coming the way of Paul Roos, who've won a penalty,
Collapsing them all.
and it's from a fairly acute angle. It'll
Collapsing.
be interesting to see, yeah, Gareth Wright, whether they kick at goal or not.
Well, their maul is starting to function. The men in maroon, as we see the last passage of play, it was for the earlier infringement, and one would assume that they would kick for touch, which he has duly obliged. And look out for Joa Swart. They'll try to set the maul on the captain and try to rumble it over from close quarters.
Yep, look out for number 5. He's in the middle of that lineup, making the calls. Up he goes, does Swart. Couldn't stay on his feet, so they play the maul.
Same ball.
Rather the ruck. Well, it's a maul again. So that's exactly what they're trying to do, just to rumble that over.
8.
This is a really good effort from them. Big Mohamed Sali is helping to add a little bit of weight as well as they drive for the line.
On the boot.
And
On the
referee
boot.
Jidasweni says it's
On the
been
boot,
held
hold
up,
up.
so they'll come back, but it'll still
On
be
the
Paul
boot.
Roos with an opportunity here. They'll have the put in at the scrum. Also would have seen there that
On the boot.
there's been a change. Neil Duro has been brought on for Jean-Ray de Beer in the fullback position. I think that might well be an injury. He might have been the man down on the stroke of half-time.
Paul Roos looked like they were in for money.
Crowd.
It was Sali at the back of that maul.
5.
And referee Jadasweni unsighted.
6.
However, it's still Paul Roos that are red hot on attack.
And their scrum stood very well, given Willems a front foot ball. Change of direction to Nico Leonard. Grey
Leave it
College would have
now.
been mindful that the right winger would be brought in somewhere along the line. Christoph Bart was the man brought down, but again it's a chance here for Willems. Wonderful stepping from the fly half, and they've extended the lead.
What an individual effort by Damien Willems after some neat work building the phases, and it's that man in shot, Damien Willems, who stepped his way over the whitewash. Quick ball for Van Eden. Great pass in front of Willemse, off the left once, off the left twice, and he's in for try number 3 for the home side. The defence, well, they were clutching at straws as Willemse danced his way through in the final moments of what can be described as a quite brilliant build-up and finish to the Paul Roos' third try of the afternoon.
I think what is important for them was the fact that they got the points. They got down into the 22 and they made sure that they got the points. Now Heinz Steenkamp. No problem for the fullback. And the lead is now 12 points. That's a double score required by Great College.
And the Great College defender's not folding quick enough. It allows the catch-up defender to be in a weak position that allowed Willemse to dance inside some porous defence from the visitors. And Paul Roos have all the ascendancy in this Mutual and Federal Premier Interschools derby.
Knock on. Okay,
A little knock on coming
relax.
this time from Paul Roos. Obviously with those kickoffs straight into the sun, it's never that easy.
Gavin, Great College need to find a mechanism to get themselves back into this game. They need to keep ball in hand. They need an X factor of sorts to help them on the scoreboard, because at the moment they look bereft of ideas on attack.
Fine. Set.
And as we've mentioned, they have a very young side. A tight situation this for Mario Vieira as he looks to ignite his backs with Francois Achenbach.
Tackler out.
See that Great College have also got another man on, is Lawrence Schroeder too. So a couple of changes that have been made. Now big Ich Prinsloo.
You've missed it now.
And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. When you get down into the attack zone here, you want to make sure that you get points on the board. That'll be the test for Great College. It's just having possession, but without using it effectively, is always the question. Gideon Bierkes took that ball in. Vieira. Manus Boshoff, the try scorer for Great College today. Just the one try belonging to the visitors, to the 3 of Paul Roos. Scored by Nico Leonard, Jos van Heerden, and the last one by Willemse, Damien Willemse, that is.
And there you see it again, just shifting the ball into the wider channels. No deception, no block runners. Easy for Paul Roos to make the cross-cover defence tackle. As we've seen the captain, Jo Swart, receiving some attention. He's been a real standout, the talisman, Swart, and he's led from the front this afternoon for the home side.
Gareth, he's led from the front right through the season. I think he's been exceptional as a captain of the side.
Time back on.
Didn't quite make it to the Cravenweek side. He played in the academy, he did play in Cravenweek, the Cravenweek side, but didn't go any further than that. But if you're looking for a man for 70 minutes, he's your man.
That'll annoy the coach of the home side, Hein Crick. They've done oh so well on defence. They've managed to turn possession over. And then the line-out's gone awry, and it's handed Great College now an opportunity. Your points don't count until you're back in the opposition half. That was a famous saying by Dr. Donnie Craven for many years, and how true it is.
Crouch. Fine.
As you see Marius Creer replacing Rion Creer, who's had an industrious afternoon. Neil de Roo has moved into the scrum-off position.
Boshoff brought in from the blind side. So Duro there just also trying to get his backs going. As you said, Gareth, one thing Great College have got to do is look after their possession. And again, also it's about showing patience, but you've got to hold on to your ball. If you do this, this is where the problems start. Turnover of possession for Paul Roos. Well, I'll tell you what, the coaching staff are up and down the touchline, just shouting instructions here. Willemse kicks into oodles of space, but he's kicked it directly into touch. He had absolutely acres of space to kick it into, but did that, but just a little bit too far.
He overcooked it, Damian Willemse. He had too much time on his plate, and he found the touchline, which has handed Grey College an opportunity now.
Time off.
As we see the number 6 in the form of Milan Basson receiving attention. There is no time off in schoolboy rugby, it's running time. So this will suit the home side as the seconds begin to tick away.
Yeah, he's a real worry. He's a guy that they want to continue. He'll steal the milk out of your coffee. This man, Milan Basson, he's had an exceptional season. Great at slowing the ball down and open side flanker. See that Stefan Annandale's on as well in the middle of the line out there for Paul Roos. Tell you what, these guys are like thieves in the night. They slip onto the field without us seeing them. Grey College decide to go to Janko van Tonder, and it's an untidy ball that for Vieira. Long pass out there from Neil Durow. This is better play, this from Grey College. Francois Achenbach has got past 2-3 tackles. Strong outside centre. Durow waiting for it. Technically, Grey College just look like they're getting good rhythm, good ball. Big test here for Boshoff. He's such an elusive runner, this fellow. So Grey College decide let's come back to where the big fellows are. Ask Gio Bierkes to take it up.
Release it now, release!
Possession starting to go the way of Grey College once again, like it was in the first half.
Release!
Is there an opportunity for them to break through this damn wall? Hardus Nel.
Okay, no more hands.
Durow, that position a little bit slow initially, and then it's George Rousseau, the captain, taking it into contact. Janko van Tonder, one of the rare occasions that Johan van der Walt has touched the ball. He was the last man carrying it in. So far, the defense holds for Paul Roos. This time picked up by Daniel Rist. They're a couple of meters out now. Here comes Achenbach.
It's a tackle, release!
Blindside they decide to go in the form of Neil Durow. Every man looking to try and, well, I'm sure Ik Princely, he's in the middle of that too, looking to pick up and drive. And then George Rousseau, he's close to the line. In fact, he might be over the line. Not easy for the referee to pick that up, and it's been held up. But that was a good passage of play, that, Gareth, for Grey College.
Good work in contact by Grey College. They've worked out if they keep it a little bit tighter, they could find themselves in a try-scoring position, and that's exactly what they did. Just being held up over the line were the men from Bloemfontein. The pick and go came. Some stellar defense yet again by Joa Swart. And Milan Basson has managed to keep Grey College at bay. But how long can they hold them out for? That'll be the question that the coaching staff will need to answer. Fresh legs need to be brought on for Paul Roos. They're looking somewhat lethargic now with 20 to go.
Well, they've just brought on 2 fresh players now to provide those fresh legs. See that Pierre van der Merwe has left the party. Van Tonder is on in his place. And Rolf Burger is on for Louis Conradi in the lock position. Rolf Burger, that's Schalk Burger's son, the Schalk Burger of Western Province. There are a lot of Schalk Burgers around. So, big charge through. Oh, wow. Now, Pierre Serfontein looks like he's got over the line, but has he grounded the ball?
Right on the spot.
Well, this is a critical call from referee Jadazwani. Pierre Serfontein went route 1. And he was short. Brilliant decision by the referee in the perfect position. He got rid of Willemse, did Serfontein. But it was the 2 replacements in Van Tonder and the number 19 in Rolf Burger, who've managed to stop a certain try from Grey College. Good work by Safontaine. Now,
Is it blood? Yeah,
if it
blood,
touches the whitewash, it's a try, but he's short, he's knocked it on. Good positioning by the referee. And it's handed Paul Roos a scrum, and they'll want to exit their red zone. It looks like Damien Willemse is receiving an awful amount of attention.
Have you got someone in for the blood?
And he could very well be replaced. The pivot, the South African Schools number 10, Willemse.
Yeah, he's cried off. The medical staff are taking him off the field.
Yeah.
So all these changes being made. Paul Roos has still got Tian Coetzee and Sebastian Eisen and Paul Burger. All these burgers in the
middle, please.
Paul Roos team. And in fact,
Last
funnily enough, there's
Come
many
on.
Grey College fathers whose sons have gone to Paul Roos. And we think back of some of the Springboks, like
Crouch. Fine.
Tian Stoffberg, Robbie Blair,
Set.
Ricky Nordier, Chris Smith. Their sons all came to the school. And of course, the man playing at the moment for Grey College, Deon Skoonis at number 7. His father was
All out.
in the first 15 for Paul Roos many years ago. We don't want to say too many. His father, Rion.
Last key,
But
21.
at the moment, it's Paul Roos hanging on here. And this is a crucial time of this match. They really want to try and get points to Grey College. Well, I'm not sure that was the right decision there by Johan van der Walt. He went up to the touchline. Now, he's managed to keep it. No, he hasn't managed to keep it in.
Well, I thought the initial kick from Bart was out, but eventually they bundled Van der Walt into touch, and it's a throw-in for Paul Roos. As we see the old boys, young and old, they've crammed in down here at Marcotta Field. And the tail end of this move.
Well, it's an awful throw in there from Robert Mattia.
Scrum line out.
Not quite sure what their plans were on that occasion, but it's a lot of reshuffling in the Paul Roos team, because Sebastian Ace is on the field too. Question is, does Christoph Bart go into the fly half position? Was Heinz Steenkamp take that over? And I think it might be Heinz
We played
Steenkamp.
19.
The reason for the plethora of replacements is the fact that it's been an enormously long
Crouch.
season for both these outfits. Started way back in March at the Paul Roos
Sit.
150th Rugby Day, and concluding on what can only be described as a wonderful occasion down here today.
Well, it's Grey College then that are enjoying a surfeited possession. Achenbach. Good straight running by
Fine.
Francois Achenbach. Could be a real key player for them as Deon Skoonis takes it up. So Neil Deroe doing a good job as the replacement in the scrum half position as Johan van der Walt goes back in field. It's funny how the ball
Okay, leave it now,
sometimes
leave
runs
it.
for you. In the first half it went to the left wing, Manus Boshoff. Second half a little bit more to the right wing. Ich Prinsloo with the offload.
You're off.
Does one get the feeling that it's a matter of time before Grey College score a try here? Once again, Achenbach coming in field.
Okay, release it now, White.
Prinsloo. Well, that's brilliant work that from Paul Roos at the breakdown point. You can see what it means to that pack of forwards. They got over Ich Prinsloo and made sure that they could win that penalty.
And it was a leg tackle coming in from Paul Roos that allowed Laszlo Shawn to get in over the ball. And Paul Roos will manage to get themselves out of danger via the boot of Steenkamp.
Also some good work from Dean van Tonder there, Gareth. And these are the replacements that have been brought on that we're talking about now that are doing the hard yards.
Good leg tackle coming in from Burger, and then between Shawn and Dean van Tonder, they had all the rights to the ball. The men on their feet, and they've got out of certain danger of the home side.
To the back. Paul Roos, great delivery that. You see there Mario Stunders also on this time for Janko van Tonder in the lock position for Grey College. It's a massive up and under. Boshoff. Decides to get that ball out to Pierre Serfontaine.
It's a tackle. Okay. Too many bodies on the ground. Blue
Well,
going forward.
Grey College have had a period now where they were in the half of Paul Roos, but no points to show for it.
And the replacement in the form of Schroeder being gang tackled by Laszlo Sean, Rolf Berger and Robert Mattia. Now this is where Francois Achenbach needs to come into the game. He's looked promising with ball in hand. He needs to do something special, does the Free State Schools outside centre, if Grey College are to stand any chance in this contest.
Vieira right up on the advantage line. Here's Achenbach and Johan van der Walt, who's got real pace, but he needed to have chipped that ball. Just like we saw from Nico Leonard in the first half, and then the big chase that could have come from that. Again, they've given up possession, have Grey College. Josh van Heerden. Field from Heinz Steenkamp. Lots of work here for Lawrence Schroeder. This is good work from Schroeder. He's also a good stepper. He's not the biggest of guys, but he's got wonderful feet. So again, they're in an attacking position. One just gets a feeling that Grey College have got real lust now to score a try. Here comes Boshoff. He's already got one. He's got a second. And he's got it just when his team needed it.
And is that the spark that ignites a comeback from Grey College? It's a diminutive winger in Manus Boshoff who's got in for the double. Brilliant work initially by Schroeder, then the pop off the ground. And look at the pace shown by Boshoff. He cracked it on. Nobody in front of him, and he's brought Grey College right back into this contest. Determination written all over the young man's face. And wonderful finishing by the diminutive 16-year-old left winger.
Yeah, we've said it on a few occasions, Gareth. You know, 2 16-year-olds, 5 17-year-olds. This augurs well for Grey College in the future. But what they have done is that they've got their hands on plenty of possession, and it looked like it was going the other way at the start of the second half, but they've clawed their way back. Oh dear, Mario Vieira has made a real mess of that conversion, and it was a crucial one because they're 7 points adrift right now.
It's brilliant work by the number 7 flanker from Grey College, Skoonis. He popped it up, and the finishing was outstanding by the left winger Boshoff. However, he's made a pig's ear of the conversion, has Mario Vieira, and Grey College are still 7 points adrift on the scoreboard.
Okay, roll away.
Well, I think what they will be really pleased with, Grey College, is if they keep getting the possession that they're getting at the moment. They can dictate terms. They've got a pack of forwards with a lot of fresh legs on the field, and they certainly are looking the part. Paul Roos, I imagine, Gareth, you would probably suggest that they don't want to get into a position of defending their lead.
They're looking a little bit tired on the home side, Paul Roos. They brought Damian Willemse back on after the blood bin, and he'll need to dictate terms with the boot if they are to come away victorious here in Stellenbosch.
Swart successful in the line out. Here comes Willemse. Again, quick stepping from the fly half, but he's run straight back into the traffic. That's got to be an objective of theirs, is to hold on to possession, Paul Roos.
Gavin, it's all very well playing rugby inside your own half, but in a tight contest like this, the back end of the season, you want to play field position. You want to smack it down into the opposition territory and let them run from deep. Instead, Paul Roos are, well, they're playing with fire against Grey College.
So the two captains, this time George Rousseau for Grey College, Swart for Paul Roos, doing yeoman work in the line out. That's really good work from Grey College. They've won the penalty.
No.
Well, decision time, just under 10 minutes to go. Does he whack it into touch and back the line out, or do they take the points on offer? Well, I feel this is the wrong decision. For me, after his last kick, Mario Vieira's confidence will have taken a knock. They should have whacked it into touch, back there more from the line out. However, they've decided now to hand the responsibility to the pivot, Mario Vieira. And can he put Grey College within 4 of the host, Paul Roos?
Well, they had really good momentum, did Grey College. They have lost that now courtesy of a missed penalty, and still 7 points in it.
Well, he rushed it completely, did Vieira. Pulled it away to the left, and Paul Roos will take as much time allocated to them from this 22-meter restart.
Well, the local support here is in absolute full voice, and believe me, the players can hear them. Here's Francois Achenbach. And Grey College seem very intent on running really hard at the opposition, and I think this is posing a lot of difficulties, as they are looking the part in that respect. Neil Giroux was the man taking that in, and the man dropping it is Gideon Bierkes. They will look back at this match and say, you know, we've had opportunities, Grey College, and we haven't used them all to good effect, regardless of what the outcome will be.
That's where Daniel Russ needed to go behind.
Play 28 on mine.
Bierkes, he needed to find Vieira, as they had meant to burn on the left-hand side. Instead, the loose head prop in the form of Bierkes has knocked it on.
With those speeds, please. You can do a
Now
lot
Paul
better.
Roos will look for territory.
Crouch. Fine. Set. Behind the ball.
So Paul Roos' scrum stands steady enough. Now Willemse deciding, yes, let's get ourselves into their territory. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was nearly a catch there for Stefan Burger. Very, very good kick that from Damian Willemse.
He found space. Nico Leonard just needed to catch it, and he would have been home and dry with the right winger. Instead, his hands just let him down.
This side, get a little higher. Higher.
Now, Grey College aren't going to die wondering. They're going to have a full crack at Paul Roos from
Crouch.
deep within inside their own half.
Fine. Set.
Neil Giroux with a put in. So Mario Vieira with a little run around. Yeah, they've got the pace here of Lawrence Schroeder and Achenbach standing out wide. Well, I'll tell you what, Paul Roos they did really well to manage to get their hands on the ball, but they've been shoveled into touch.
Good work by Big Troy Payne. He got across in cross-cover defence. As we see Neil Giroux receiving some attention for a cut on the wrist. And this man has reigned supreme come line-out time. Joe Swart has really stood out and controlled the line-outs.
Now Robert Mathieu has got to just make 100% sure of his throw-in. His first one was an awful one.
Keep the gaps open. No, yeah.
He's got Laszlo Shawn standing quite near the front of the lineup, but Joe Swart is normally the target, and once again the captain securing possession.
Let's use it once.
Stefan Annandale trying to find a way upfield and making a real good effort in that regard. So Rolf Burger has, well, the possession has been coughed up, and it's a real opportunity. Oh, Grey College will look back on this match and say, how many knock-ons in crucial situations did we have?
Yet again, it's turnover ball. It's that golden 10 seconds to get the ball into space. Nothing wrong with the pass. Pierre Serfontaine just took his eye off the ball, had a look up in front to see what was in the form of defense, and his knocked on possession. Now Willemse on the blind side. Well, he'll just look to plug it down into the bottom right-hand corner.
He's waiting for the ball. Crouch.
3.5 minutes
Fine.
of time left on the clock.
State.
Paul Roos need to play this game in the right areas to come away with their first victory over Grey College since 2009.
Van Eden. Just a little chip kick through, and that does eat up time, but it also puts his team in an attacking position. I must say that both teams have not really struggled with giving away too many penalties, but of course it'll be in the back of the Grey College minds. Don't give away a penalty yet.
Go. Get in.
We've still got an opportunity in the game, they'll be saying to themselves. A 7-pointer will draw us level. We've never had a draw before in the history of contests between these two teams. Grey College also have Jaco Wessels onto the field. He was the last man taking that ball in. Good work from Schalk Brits. So it's all about defensive work here at the moment for Paul Roos, as it was pretty much in the first half.
Play on.
Well, Neil Durow waiting for the ball at scrum half, and at the moment it's his forwards that
17.
are just trucking it up.
Ball is out, yes. Ball is out. Ball's out.
Now the opportunity to ignite with a change of direction. And as you said, Gareth, big Francois Achenbach could be a crucial factor if they bring the ball out in his direction.
Leave it now, you're off.
They've got the men lined up in the back line. They really are waiting for it. Vieira now with a long pass. The passing has not been as crisp as what it should be. This is Jaco Wessels.
Don't use the hands.
A change of direction there after the delivery from Serfontein. We also know they've got Manus Boshoff on the left wing, who's got 2 tries for them already in this match, Grey College. Oh, the long passes, this time to Lawrence Schroeder.
Release him, Mr. Tackle, release!
But they're
release.
Way behind the advantage line of Grey College. Vieira looking to try and probe it as best as he can. I think it's a good idea that from the fly half. Durow. Play everybody in a standing position for Grey College. They need players running at pace off the ball as they move towards the 10th phase, and that's where they lose possession. Here's a chance now for Paul Roos to really finish things off.
Positional strength.
Brilliant defensive work by Grey College, and it's a tap and go from the visitors.
Well, the question is, why did they not let the ball go through the hands there? They had a couple of spare men. Of course, they've got fresh legs. When we say fresh legs, remember a lot of the replacements actually played in the second team game, so those legs are not as fresh as what they might be. But penalties now starting to go the way of Grey College. And they've really got a tap and go here. If you have a look at your clock, it tells you there's 10 seconds left or less than.
The players are out on their feet. Grey College in particular. Numbers down on the ground. They need to regroup and launch one last attack to try draw this game.
Well, play continues, of course, despite the injuries. So Schalk Brits carrying it in there. Mario Vieira. And then Lawrence Schroeder. But the defense of Paul Roos holds, and they've taken the ball away. That should be the end of play. They might just want to kick it out, but it's into touch anyway. All eyes are on referee Zwengele Zidazwani in the middle of your picture. And there it is, the final whistle. And it's Paul Roos then who have beaten Grey College by 19 points to 12. A big victory for them. Bearing in mind, they last lost in 2009.
Absolute pandemonium down here in Stellenbosch as the crowd streams onto the field to lift their heroes in the form of Paul Roos. They've run away with proceedings and managed to break the deadlock, getting over Grey College by 19 points to 12, 3 tries to 2. It was a monumental effort by the host Paul Roos, and they've broken the shackles, defeating the arch enemy in Grey College by 19 points to 12. And what a victory. They'll be celebrating long into the night as Paul Roos get their victory, 19-12 over Grey College.